How's it going? Back at it again, and we're about to be finishing up the regular season here. And it's actually a free team race when you look at the board. You got about 17 games, I believe, left. Got 2, 5, 8, 11, 14, and yep, 17 games to go. It'll be real interesting to see if the Guardians game is going to be more deciding than we think. But yep, as we said the last episode, we're going to be jumping around the organization this last little stretch. We only have 5, 6 games left of the AA season, and I don't think this team is going to win the division. I think in this video we're going to start off in AAA. And we have not even played with Benny Fajita since we called him up to AAA. He's doing pretty well in his first 25 at-bats. Not bad production. Obviously he's had impressive growth this year, and he's got a very high ceiling really, and he reminded me a lot of Raleigh Cousins, who we traded for Joel Fong at one point. And, he's a project, but real high power upside. And, I really want to get one of these power bats to go and just smash the ball. And honestly, Carrara hasn't worked out the way I thought it would quite yet, but Benny Fajita, he has promise, and I'll be interested to see how that turns out. We still have other players. We have, Bronson Aaron with power upside. He's in the MLB right now. We got a couple power upside guys. Charlie Copeland.
The first baseman, Benny Fujita.
And want a little bit of everything, and that's going to chop through for a base hit. And testing, he's going to run, and he's going to get thrown out. Very slow runner is Fujita. Trying to extend it into a double. He runs himself into an out. And Fujita unloads on it. The crowd doesn't cheer, so it's gone though. The crowd had no reaction to that big blast straight to center field, 416 feet. And Benny Fujita. How tall is Fujita? He looks pretty short, running around the base path. But Fujita got all of that, and this is what he's going to provide, potentially. This is what we want to see. I feel like he projects to be like a Kyle Schwarber kind of deal. I think he'll probably be better defensively. But I think Fujita, if there's a comp that I'd give Fujita, it would probably be Schwarber.
No balls, one strike.
Hey, let her rip one time.
You can kind of see why. He's got that old school, Adam Dunn. Just... And I wouldn't even call them old school. I mean, they played like 15, 20 years ago, so it's not that old, but to these newer people, you'd think it would be old. There's Howard Hanna. He's had a tough year getting saves on the ground, flipping it to Fujita, and the Storm Chasers win. Good performance against Nashville, and Fujita, he helped.
fans are
Roosevelt Bell is the
finalized.
player of the game with his triple and a home run. Moving ahead. And here's a game we're going to do in Double A. Find someone to use. You got the two nice performers up here with Mike Monte and William and Watkins. I don't know where Williams came from out of that. And then a new one. Denson has been very good down here. He's developing well. The 18-year-old switch hitting first baseman. Really impressing me with his growth. Winston Bryant. He's already got 3 home runs, which is kind of surprising. Tierney with almost 20 home runs this year. He's another power prospect that we have. I don't know what the ceiling would be on him, but it's not very high. I think we're going to use first round pick DeMarcus Francis. He was a competitive balanced first round pick. Let's get another game in with DeMarcus, and then I think we'll use Denson at the end of the Double-A year. But after this game, you know, I want to get a game in with Jack Steele, the knuckleball pitcher. I think he's going to be one of the more exciting players over this potentially next 10-year stretch of keep playing, you know. The more and more years I go by in the series, the more drawn in and interested I just become with everything. It's just, it never fails to amuse me just thinking about this team and the players that can be on it.
Batting second, the right fielder.
Here's DeMarcus Francis. And weakly hit in the air. Francis could have been called up to AAA, but
The third baseman.
I believe we moved up Roberto Ramirez, and we chose to keep Francis down here because Francis isn't that good of a defensive outfielder. I think as bat continues to shine, he'll get his chance next year, but you know, with the opportunity, if Joel Fong can make the big league team.
DeMarcus Francis.
Andres Domingo. It's another high fly ball from Francis, and it's 4-0 Cardinals here. This is going to be a base hit, and here's the test of the arm. And the throw bounces, and he does get him.
The right fielder, number 30. DeMarcus
Domingo still pitching.
Francis.
Just not making good contact. Maybe he needs a torpedo bat.
Here we go one time like a big dog.
And Domingo still pitching. He's got plenty of juice to go as well.
0-1.
And this is going to be hit but caught. The throw is not in time, and it will be a sac fly. Francis.
The final line score for
David Mota is the player of the game, and Donnelly did not have the best of starts, and we thought about moving up Donnelly to the AAA, and he didn't get the promotion. Moving ahead, we do win the second game against the Dodgers. And we will move down here to Double A to get into this game with Jack Steele. Steele has done pretty well in his 41 innings. He's undefeated. He has 24 strikeouts, 196 ERA. And all 4 of his starts have been quality. Well, he started 7 games. So, not all 4, I guess. Very intrigued, though, with Steele, a left-handed knuckleballer. Has there ever been a left-handed knuckleballer? Was R.A. Dickey? I think he was a righty. Steele, he has almost as many walks as strikeouts, which is very concerning. But he is very early on in his development. He'll be probably my favorite prospect going forward once the Fongs graduate up, and I think my number 1 guy on the list will be Jack Steele. You know, after next year when I make the moves I'm thinking I'm going to make, I think Jack Steele will be the guy. Will be the apple to my eye. Will be my Nixon Lane, my Mark Carrara.
The center fielder, David Moda.
There's David Moda.
Counts 1-0.
Be aggressive.
And Moda's gonna drive this fastball and off the wall. I don't think this is how Steele wanted to start the game against Moda.
Get this guy out of here.
On the ground but foul.
And we got no one here.
1 ball, 1 strike.
This one gets away.
He's in there. Yeah. No, that's low.
Oh, he missed the zone with the knuckleball. And this one put into play, it will be a run.
Ball 1, no strike.
On the ground
Out.
and touching the bag. Jimmy Gio.
1-1.
And they've actually put contact on the knuckleball, which is more than they did the first time I used Steel. Gonna have to hope that we can get some offense to help Steel out here.
Ball 1.
I don't want to be the reason Steel loses his first game.
Hey. I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Keep him off base.
And Steel punches him out with the knuckleball. That's what I want to start doing. Is striking people out with the knuckleball. I don't want him to see the knuckleball until that fateful strike pitch that gets him out. That's how I kind of like using a Steel so far. I don't want to overdo the knuckleball. I do want it to be his strikeout pitch. The changeup, it's hammered. Francis is there.
Hey.
Be patient.
0-1.
Here's Garrett Ventura.
Ball one. Hey. One ball, two strikes.
And on the ground,
Got him.
and he will be out in the second.
Hey.
After him with the knuckleball, that one was disgusting.
Hey. Two. 0-2.
Steele gets him to foul it back. And he just fouls off the knuckleball.
Three.
And he's out. Going to the changeup.
Hey, one out here. We got one.
I think Steele is one of the best prospects I've ever seen pitching wise. He can't even throw 95 with his fastball, but the speed differences are just amazing.
Ball two.
And
2 balls, no strikes.
I really want
3 balls.
him to have great
no
control. I think he would be a great pitcher. I think that's where my focus will be going into Steele, is just working on his control, which might not even be in a bad spot right now. I don't even know it
Foul.
top of my head. On the ground, base hit, and Mota is next. Steele has 47 control, so I'll be, I think, working on that.
Hey, roll 2 right here.
One and one. Three.
You get the strikeout on Mota.
Hey, we got 2 out.
Ball, that's in.
Third ranked prospect in their system is Keller.
Make a play here.
Ball, that's low. Hey.
That one got away from him. He
The batter
walks
number
his first
15,
batter of the game.
Second baseman, Vince Vaughn.
Hey, now we got 2. Come on, now, come on.
Oh, 2 is the count. That's the ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count.
On the ground, base hit off the knuckleball. He squared it up good.
Use your defense. We got you. Let's get out of here.
Yeah. 0-1.
And Gregorio ups him mightily. And Gregorio's gonna get a base hit and drive in too. Not the best start for Steele so far, and he's really gonna have to hope his team can put up some runs to tie this game. On the ground.
Got him.
Not a good inning at all for Steele. He walked 2 batters and Gave up a base hit on one of
Ball.
his better pitches.
Count's 1-0.
This one hit weakly up in the air.
The left fielder, number 22, Garrett Ventura.
Aye.
Nasty changeup, and that might be his best pitch he's thrown all game. And he will get the out on Ventura. Knuckleball has been getting hit.
Aye.
And hit hard as well, not just
0-1's the
hit.
count.
Made a lot of weak contact swings the first time I used steel, but today we're seeing that you can get some good exit velocity off of the knuckleball. And you know, the more I do it, the more I learn.
That's a ball. Aye. Aye.
And his changeup
1 ball, 2 strikes.
is working well as we go into the game.
3.
And a perfect knuckleball will be the strikeout
Now
pitch.
batting, the center fielder, David Moda.
It's David Moda.
Aye.
He is
0-1.
owning it with that changeup right now.
Aye. 0-2.
And the knuckleball is going to get fouled.
Ball.
And he
1
does
ball, 2
not
strikes
swing.
the count. Two the count.
Hey, we got one out here.
And he will strike him out looking with the knuckleball.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Mark Keller.
Here's Mark Keller.
Aye.
Swing and a miss.
0-1's the count.
On the ground, base hit for Keller.
Ball. That's down.
Let's get back to the dugout. Come on.
This one is fouled away. On the ground
Out.
and out.
Now pitching for Northwest Arkansas,
And Jack Steele is going to get his first career loss after he gave up 3 earned.
the final line.
Johnny Sennett going to be the player of the game.
Victorious Springfield Cardinals, 3 runs on.
Steele got 6 strikeouts, but gave up a couple earned. Just have to go into next year with, good off season. Skipping ahead, and the Dodgers take the series, and we get to go against Jeff Combs now. And I don't mind getting into a game against Combs, one of the better pitchers in baseball. And we'll use Jazz Chisholm. And I'll be right back in a second.
Batting third, the first baseman, Alex Kirilloff.
Oh, I just got upstairs at the right time because I did not know I would be in a fielding situation. But we turned a double play with Jazz, and
The second baseman,
here is Mr. Chisholm with the runner on against Combs and 2 on, 1 in scoring position.
Right, move. 0-1.
Base hit up the middle for Chisholm, and Lane will run home. He is safe.
now batting. The second,
Combs, he's been a pro every year of his career. He's just been one of the better pitchers in baseball. He was an all-star, and he'll be a free agent at the end of this year.
baseman,
It'll be interesting to see if Boston makes the big bid for Combs or he moves on. He's only 26 years old and a very intriguing first base, not first base, but pitcher to get on the open market. A base hit off the splitter. Alex Kirilloff hits a 2-run home run. You know how dangerous this Boston team is, and they even have Darwin Varsho. They beat us a couple years ago in the playoffs. And Anthony Santander was
the second baseman,
not on that team, I don't think, actually. Chisholm again, and it's going to get caught. What a catch in the outfield. Who was that?
now batting. Shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr.
That was that was Ray Wadley. He robs Chisholm of his 3rd hit of the game in the 8th inning with 1 on. And Chisholm, another good swing on it. It's carrying. It's off the wall, and Chisholm's going to tie the game with a double. Jazz Chisholm, his 23rd double of the season. Yes, Jazz is getting older, but he still can come up clutch. And Jazz Chisholm's been a fun player to have this year, man. Big fan of his swing and his swag. And Nixon Lane's going to win the game with an RBI double, and Jazz Chisholm is not going to win the player of the game. It's going to be Gerald Donaldson, who did the same exact things as Chisholm, except 2 less RBIs. But it is what it is, I guess. Luis Santana, he gets a win. Some good experience for him, but I don't know if he'll be on the postseason roster. We'll have to look at some numbers, I guess. Moving on, and we get here, and let's hop into another AAA player lock here. And Gilberto Ramirez, he's got 55 at-bats right now. He's played even more than Fujita. See, Joel Fong, he's on his way to getting a 20 home run season. What a year from him. Up 10 on discipline. Man. But we're going to get a game in with Gilberto Ramirez. I believe he's 19 years old in the AAA, and he's been a great story too. He's on his way. And you never know. I mean, once Gavin Cross is gone, you know, there's going to be spots open, and Ramirez could be one of those guys that takes that spot. If we don't bring back Gavin Cross after next year. It's going to be a base hit. This is all that ever happens when I play the outfield. I never get pop-ups anymore. Unless it's me throwing to a bag. There's Will Brennan, and I'm just going to call it right now. It's going to be hit right in front of me, and I'm going to have to throw it to third. Yep. More often than not, this is what I have to do every time. Does make the play. Good throw. Diego Fuentes makes it 1-0. Here's Gilberto Ramirez. Way high with the fastball.
0-1.
Gilberto Ramirez was a third-round pick only 2 years ago. Ramirez is a bit of an overachiever so far if he was only a third-round pick.
That's the ball.
Can't remember what Ramirez's potential number is, but I know he's a solid. He's definitely in the 80s somewhere. Still got a lot of room to grow down here, though.
2-2.
Way inside, and honestly, I was trying to swing, but the game bailed me out. Ramirez. Another high fastball. Got a fastball, a changeup, a sinker, and a curve.
Full count.
He goes outside with the changeup.
Hey, one pitch right here. Come on now.
And Ramirez absolutely destroys it. Goodbye. It was 106 off the bat. And Gilberto Ramirez with his second home run in AAA. Might be the most impressive one I've ever... I don't even think I've hit a home run with Ramirez before. Showing he's got some pop. He got absolutely all of that one. And he produces with a big swing.
The batter, the designated hitter, Bubba Thompson.
And Bubba Thompson down here in AAA, the former Ranger. On the ground to Ramirez, and the throw. Oh, not get him, I believe. He does get him. What a throw.
Now batting, third baseman, Anton Cabrera.
Here is Cabrera. Here, and Ramirez will be tested again. Throw. Will not be in time this time. Cannot get the double play.
Get a good pitch right here. Here we go.
Here is against Trujillo. And Ramirez puts a good hit into it, and it's going to be a base hit for Ramirez. He will score another run for his team. An RBI single. 5-0 into the fourth, and Costa is coasting. And Ramirez. And a lot of balls hit to him today. Here's Terrero. Don't even know. This one past the first base glove, and he's going to get another base hit. Ramirez can do no wrong. He weakly hit it down the first baseline, and it was enough.
Jay Allen.
Here's Jay Allen. Just never worked out for him in the pros. At least so far. And this one in the air to Ramirez. Testing Ramirez, and Ramirez is going to throw him out with ease.
Ball outside.
Crawford against Ramirez.
Oh yeah.
Bullet by him there, the
1-1.
two-seamer. This one hit weakly in the air, and it will be caught.
The catcher, number 3.
Here's a chance against Howard Hanna. It's Will Brennan. Up in the air. Throwing home. This would be a close play. And Ramirez is going to throw him out at the plate for the double play and end the game. He's got to be the player of the game. And he is.
Fans, our final line score. First for the victorious
What a game
Omaha
for
Storm
Ramirez.
Chasers.
He really showed me something here. Maybe he should be numero uno in my mind. Ramirez has always been intriguing, and he continues to produce. Where is he? There he is. 19 years old from the Dominican Republic, and his potential is 80 overall. That's still good though. He still has a little bit more area for growth. Only a 72, so plenty of time for that to change. Vegeta is 5'10", okay. I like what I'm seeing from Ramirez and Vegeta though. Here in their short AAA stint. Diego Fuentes doesn't seem like he's going to finish the year above 300, which is, you know, not the end of the world. If you look at the on base, I mean, it's still at a place where it's really impressive for his age, and I'm very happy with his development this year. Plenty of discipline growth, and he's also improved as a left-handed hitter. And you know, the defense is kind of what it is, and you know, the speed isn't quite there, but very happy with what I've seen from Diego. And moving ahead, we do defeat the Sox on this game, and a potential series sweep is on the line here in the 18th. But we're going to head down into Double-A and get a game in with Sandy Denson. See what Denson can do. And here we go. Final game of the year.
Leading off for
It will be
Northwest
Sandy
Arkansas,
Denson
the first
coming up
baseman,
2-0
Sandy Jensen.
against Winston Castro. Denson up in the air.
Hey, let her fly right here.
Oh, and 2.
Winston gets one right by him. And he struck him out.
Hey, get a good one up there, huh? Hey, let her fly.
Second round pick was Denson.
Hey!
One of the better second round picks we've ever made.
1 and 2.
Hey, have her in like you can. Here you go.
2 and 2. Okay.
Got some pretty good second round picks, but Denson has a chance to be better than all of them with potential he has. Denson hits it up weekly.
Hey, like you can up there, huh?
Going against Bates now, it's 4-0.
0 and 1.
He's the number 4 prospect in all of baseball.
Yes.
And Jack Steele is the only Royal ahead of him on that list. He'll probably move down to number 8 or 9 next year with some of these players coming in.
Now batting,
You know,
the
I
center
think there's
fielder,
at least one 99
Winston.
potential guy that's coming in. Here's Sandeno. Again, Denson just not getting good contact, but you know
Now
what?
batting,
We're gonna let him ride. You know, next year should be interesting for Denson. You know, he has a chance to be in the AAA if he performs. But I just want to see a good year out of him, regardless of what happens. Up 8-0, and we do sweep the Sox. Moving into a series against the Twins, and we're 6 games ahead of the Tigers right now. Not really interested in playing the Twins. We won the first game. Win the second game 7-2. And they avoid the sweep. And kind of what I'm more interested in is this series against the Boston Red Sox. We have even records. And it's between us and them. The top seed. Of course, the top 2 seeds. The top 2 division winners, which I think we both actually kind of have. Are going to be the first 2 seeds that get by, so this could be a potential American League Championship Series game. So let's get into this one. Langford has 128 RBI. This is almost... He's almost doubled his career high. What a year that Langford's having. You know, so you can say whatever you want about sports players, but they really do know how to play well when the money's on the line. And Langford, he's going to make a ton of money when he hits free agency, man. Gerald Donaldson, of course, impressing as well, but he can't even keep up with Wyatt Langford right now. I think he deserves to get a player lock game with the way he's playing. Langford, man, almost 130 RBI right now. I am just amazed at his season. It's one of the best stories really in this franchise so far. When we traded for Langford, he was batting 190 and he was regressing. And ever since he's gotten here, we've really turned his career into what it was supposed to be, and he's going to parlay that into a very big contract in the off season.
Batting fourth.
38 home runs. Could he win? No, he's not going to win the Triple Crown, but wow, he's got a chance for a 40 home run season. Which again, he's already in a career high with 38. Langford getting fooled by Phillips. That one's high. Inside and strikes him out.
Batting ninth.
Miguel Lopez is the starter, and the ninth hitter is Dalton Varsho. Base hit. He always finds a way. 99 off the bat.
The left fielder.
The score is still tied, and Langford trying to get something going. He's only third with that OPS. Langford's gonna get a base hit here, and I wish it would have went into the gap, but nice hit for Langford to get himself going, and Castro and Cross
Wyatt Langford.
put some points on the board. This one is chopped to second, and this will be a double play. Not good enough. Get to go against Deivi Garcia here in the 8th inning. I don't even get how Deivi Garcia is still playing, but only 33 years old. I guess he's not that old.
That's a strike. 0-2.
Pounding me up and in. And he sets me up for the away pitch, but it is what it is. El Lopez still pitching strong into this game. Only 87 pitches in the 8th inning. Langford. And it's 4-0 after Carrara ripped a single. He went 2 for 4. Everyone had a pretty good game other than Langford. But we do beat Boston 4-0. A good game there. And Hinojosa is a lefty. That's kind of what I wanted to see. Got 3 games left in the AAA, so let's hop into the game against the Rochester Red Wings and get a game going here. Let's use Joel Fong. See if we can do something good with Joel. I think with Joel Fong, it's pretty much his job to lose in spring training. Going in, I kind of plan on him and Hiroshi being in the outfield. But you never know. Hopefully he can perform in spring training and earn the right to make the opening day roster. But I have a feeling he'll have a strong performance. We'll see. The year he's had has definitely been surprising, to say the least. He's batted .340 most of the year until now, a recent stretch where he's only batting .320, just .320. So see what Joel can do in spring training. Hopefully he can do something this game.
The batter, the left fielder, Joel
Going against Hoffman.
Fong.
This one hit weakly in the air, and it will fall for a hit anyway, and Fong's gonna push it to second and make it.
Now batting, third baseman, Jalen
Diego Fuentes hits an RBI sac fly. Fuentes keeps it in. Can't make the throw.
Now batting, left fielder, George
Long
Fong.
now. It is 20th home run.
Ball
Been a
in.
game ago. 20 home runs for Fong. Just can't get good contact today. Not getting the best pitches that Hididri gets. Doing his job. Eduardo Julian is down here. Here to Fong. Throws it into second base. Fong has not got a hit today. He faces the lefty in the 7th inning. Again, weakly hit in the air. He did actually get a hit. I had forgotten. That was the
All right, boy,
chance
all right,
in the
here we
9th
go.
inning. 1 out and a runner on third.
One
Way
out.
outside. What are they expecting there? You think he's gonna steal home?
Hey, no one better now.
It's Roscoe Morales on third base. He's awaiting Fong. To hit one up in the air. I don't know if it's gonna be enough. It won't be. Keeps him at third.
Now batting,
Unable to come through, and Edward Julian is the player of the game.
first.
Joe Gray is hurt. No, I did not want to hit Otto. Well, I thought it was going to open up like some wormhole. I'm glad that didn't happen. But back to the majors, and going to be hopping in this game against Hinojosa with Hiroshi Fong. When 27 at-bats, he's hitting .444 here. Couple home runs. Why not? Even Chris Feliz is hitting very good, and very happy to see what I'm seeing. You know, can't really say much else. You know, you give them the opportunity, and they have shown up. And, you know, the postseason roster should be very interesting to look at this point, you know. I don't know who's going to be on there, who they're going to let me have them on.
Now, your
If we can
Boston
get some
Red
players
Sox.
postseason eligible that can help us, and that's what I want. And comparing the two teams that are fighting for the #1 seed in the playoffs, and you know, I think the 2 seed is honestly a little bit better this year with how bad the Oakland Athletics are. Because the wild card teams are actually better record-wise than the Athletics are, so
Leading off for Kansas City,
having the #1 seed isn't
Hiroshi
what it's supposed to be this year. I don't even know how I seen the ball there. We did hit it 98 off the bat, but not good enough to get Hiroshi on base.
center fielder, number 25.
Here's a bases loaded situation for Hiroshi Fong in the 4th inning.
Here we go.
And weakly hit, and he will be thrown out. Ran around pretty goofy there. I don't think I wanted him playing center field in 4-0.
The center fielder, Hiroshi Fong.
It's Hiroshi Fong. And he's going to get a base hit off a weakly hit ball. That's what I like to call a Lane Thomas single. When I had Lane Thomas, that was about the only hit I was ever going to get, was the weak single. I cannot even see this baseball, and now we're going to go against Brian Bello, who can throw some heat. So,
Strike 2.
pretty much at his mercy at this point.
0-2.
Weakly hit in the air, and Kirilov make the catch. And the Red Sox take this game, and we are dead even for the final matchup of the year. Rafael Devers is still playing and playing good. The final AAA game of the year. Might as well hop into that one. And I want to use Diego Fuentes. I want to do something with him. I don't know if we'll be able to top that Gilberto Ramirez game earlier, but we will try. Going against Hill. Fastball, cutter, changeup, and a slider. Through the slider. Good break at the end of it.
No ball. Stretch.
That one got away, and runner advances anyway. Struck him out with a slider. Rene Garcia on the bump. Here is Fuentes. It's hit hard on the ground, but he'll be out.
Now batting, second baseman, Edward Julian.
Able to throw Julian out. Jeez. Flicks it right down the middle.
One strike.
As good as it might get. Unable to do anything with it.
Strike. Woo. 0-1.
A fastball, a splitter, and a curve.
That's the ball.
That heater can hit 97 with ease. It says it can go to 99.
Oh.
It's got a base hit down the third baseline, but gonna strike him out with a splitter. Fuentes, it seems like every time I play with Diego, I just never can get a hit. I believe I did a year ago just fine, but Year 10 has not been kind for player locked Diego Fuentes games. And the winner is Rochester, so that's how AAA season ends in the regular season at least. Ricky Titleman is the pitcher today. And I'm going to get a player lock game in with Chris Feliz now. See what I can do. Got Bernardo Rodriguez on a heater. He's up to 260 now. Definitely playing good at the right time.
Like you can, like you can. Come
Here
on.
is Chris Feliz. 2 on. This is the Boston Red Sox's ace, the former Cleveland Guardian, Rick Titleman.
Strike. Woo. 1-1.
Tell you what, man, playing in Boston kind of sucks right now. It's kind of hard to see. That was hittable. We'll call for time. And on the hands for the strikeout,
Batting in,
putting him down.
center fielder,
And we get nothing out of it. Manuel Montoya is the pitcher. Patting the ball a couple times and getting the out. Here is Feliz now.
1.
Competitive balance first round pick in the 2026 draft, and getting his chances to get his first major league at bats, and then that one doesn't go as planned. Man, that's fine now. I'm really used to the 99 throwing pitchers, but if I get a chance against Titleman again, I think I'm going to know what I'm going to do. Just not getting anything to go here.
Time.
And he hits it late and pops it up to second base for the final out. No way, man. This dude was just playing in the AAA the other day. Now he's up. Is there more than one? Must be.
The batter,
It's the same exact name as the guy and the same number and everything. What the hell? Maybe it was him and I'm just tripping. Oh yeah, it was because when I was using Jazz. Yep, okay. Yeah, I am tripping. That's fine. So we do take the series against Boston, and the AAA team, they were 81-69 and they still couldn't make the postseason? What? I'd love to play some AA playoffs here, but I'm gonna pass. Let's get through this series here. Toronto takes game 2. We do take the series, and going in against the Cleveland Guardians for the final series of the season. And we have clinched our division, which has clinched ourselves with the best, with a first round bye, because the Athletics are not going to get the bye, but they do win their division. So with the divisions going, I guess the wild card is kind of what it is. And the Yankees, the Guardians are in the mix, and to be honest, I wouldn't mind if the Guardians made it over the Yankees. I would much rather play the Cleveland Guardians in the playoffs than the Yankees with how they're built. I mean, they're first in rank, third in contact, second in power, compared to the 23rd ranked team. But it seems like these are going to be the teams. I don't think the Guardians are going to sweep us, so we're going to have to play the Yankees maybe at some point. So with the final series coming up ahead, let's use Mark Carrara in the first game against Ford. Chisholm is cold going into the series, and so is Nixon Lane, who's under 300 for the first time in his season. At the time of the year you want to be cold. You got a couple games and you're going to be in the playoffs. You want people to be playing good. But can't force it. Carrara is going to turn the double play with Jazz. Here is Mark Carrara. Chisholm hits a solo home run, and Carrara fouls back a fastball. Ford is challenging him with pitches in the zone and unable to time him. And again, this one hit to second and off his back foot. Throws out Carrara. Ford already 77 pitches into the 5th inning. Big curveball by Ford. And he struck him out with a pitch nowhere in the zone.
Pinch hitting for the Royals.
And yeah, they pinch hit Carrara after that. And I'll just continue to sim. What the heck? Now a chance here for Bobby Witt. Why not? Why not? Going against Jamie Munoz.
0-1.
Fastball and a changeup is all Munoz throws. This one hit into right field and it will be caught. It's Juan Castro now.
Hey,
Up and in.
0-1's the count.
Munoz not afraid to use that four-seamer high in the zone, even with a limited velocity, and you gotta hit that if you're Juan Castro, and we just missed. Struck him out, and that was inevitable. You missed a pitch that good. Here's Hiroshi Fong against the left-hander. And he's going to get a base hit off pure magic. And I guess you just take what you can get at this point of the game. You don't want to be picky. There's Chris Feliz, who plays Carrara. For 2 on the game for him. I don't like that they pulled Carrara out the game because I'd much rather have him right now.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And he strikes out. Feliz to end the game. Just not good enough. Guards take game 1 of the series and keep their playoff dreams alive. They're gonna need a sweep to keep it going. Going against Barack Nobles now. Who do we want to use? Hiroshi Fong continues to smash the ball. He is super impressive right now. But we're going to game in with Gerald Donaldson here against the left-handed pitcher. He's also cold going into the postseason, man. What's going on? If you're hitting 289 and you're cold, then that's the kind of cold that is acceptable around here. You know, that's not the end of the world.
Hey, you can do it. No one better. Let's go.
And Donaldson's gonna break his hitless streak. Usually when you go cold on the game, I feel like it's because you're been hitless or something in quite some time, and when you go hot, you have a lot of got a hidden streak going or something. You know, it's just I really think that's all it is on this game, but you never know, I guess. Donaldson a quick round out. Luis Santana in the game relief. As Lowe hits the home run and on the ground. And they make the play at second base. 4-0 Guardians, and they continue to keep their playoff hopes alive.
0-1.
Right at his glove, and what a play made from the pitcher. Wow. Donaldson squared that thing all the way up, and it went right back to the mound. And Donaldson's going to get a base hit this time up the middle. And the tying run will come to the plate. And Cleveland, with 2 straight wins, keeping their postseason dreams alive. And I guess if you look at the standings, the Yankees are now on the outside looking in, and if Cleveland wins, they're in. Who are the Yankees playing? They're playing Toronto and they can't beat them? Wow. Yankees are really dropping the bag here, and I don't know, I kind of want the Guardians to win this game, but I really have no control over that. We're going to use Nixon Lane in the final game of the year. Batting .295. He's trying to win the Rookie of the Year, but it seems like Scotty Fowler, or Scott Fowler, I'm not even sure what his name is anymore, but it seems like he is going to win it. The last time I looked, he was in the lead. We'll see after this game what happens. I'm real interested. It's the game of the week here. And Cleveland, if they win, they're in. They've only given up 3 runs and a .220 batting average in the first 2 games of the series. They've really controlled the game early and often. Kind of beat us at our own game, you know. They're just gotten some scrappy, ready, tough wins. Here's Caleb Collier making his final start of the year. Already over 200 innings pitched for the pitcher. Got his little contract extension as well, and he earned it. The way he's played. 2-0 Cleveland, and if you don't believe now, when will you?
0-1.
That one is high from Pedroza. And Lane gets a good piece of it, but it will hang and caught by the right fielder. 3-0 Cleveland as Gleyber Torres. It's a home run. Right now we're just having the yips. 49 doubles for Nixon Lane. Pedroza ahead 0-2.
1.
Down the first baseline, and he will hit himself into an out. 1 for 10 in the series is Nixon Lane. And you know he wants to get one. Weekly hit in the air. He hits it very early, and it's going his way. 8-1 in Cleveland. Making me eat my words. Base hit for Nixon Lane, but at this point the game feels pretty much over. And Cleveland has done the unthinkable. They have swept the Kansas City Royals, and they have eliminated the Yankees from the playoffs. Unless Baltimore eliminates, it's either the Yankees or Baltimore that will not be in the playoffs, as the Cleveland Guardians sweep us. And we were trying to win those games. They just came to play. Lamont Edmonds, 2 home runs and 5 RBI. Wow, unbelievable, honestly. That was amazing achievement. And looking at the bracket, the New York Yankees did not make the playoffs. What a failure of a year in Jordan Walker's first season. This team should have been competing for the World Series. You got Jordan Walker and Tripp. Wow, how did they not make the playoffs, man? You had a career season out of your third baseman, Phil Ware. You had almost 30 home runs. And they don't make the playoffs. That's got to be very disappointing for them. Looking at the lead leaguers, Miguel Lopez with ERA, winning percentage, wins, Montoya complete games of 6, and innings pitched of 225. And Nixon Lane, he led the league in doubles, Langford with 129 RBI, and Nixon Lane, his first season, 196 hits. It was an impressive rookie year from a lot of rookies this year. And going to the awards, Wyatt Langford has won the MVP, the first MVP that we've won in the series. 38 home runs and 129 RBI. He outplays Jordan Walker and a lot of other great players. But with that notification, Miguel Lopez does not win the Cy Young, even though he was 21-4. And he had 24 quality starts. 25 quality starts for Charlie Webb, who wins his first career Cy Young. Congratulations to him, man. He did it. And also did not win Rookie of the Year, Scott Fowler. Nixon Lane wasn't even in the running for Rookie of the Year. 21 home runs with 99 RBI. I wanted to draft Scott Fowler. It really became down to between him and Nixon Lane, and we went with Nixon. And Scotty Fowler is producing at a great level as well. Tremendous year for him, man. Congrats to him. Ahmad Zinn, 23 home runs. And DeAndre Lang, another player we could have drafted and we kind of didn't. And he has a tremendous rookie year. So nobody won the Gold Glove or anything? Wow, we had no Gold Glovers? Oh, Wyatt Langford was a Gold Glover, okay. Gerald Donaldson wins Silver Slugger. His first of his career. Bobby Witt wins another Silver Slugger. That'll be his 5th. He was an All-Star as well. 28 home runs for Witt. Wow, what a year for Bobby Witt. One of his better home run seasons. It was not a career high, but one of his better ones. Hasn't touched that 30 mark in quite some time. And yeah, I mean, we get the number 2 seed, which is actually the seed you'd want because you get the winner of the Cleveland-Oakland series. And that's the one you want to play. You know, Detroit and Baltimore, we've beat them before, but they are a lot better than Cleveland and Oakland. So let's move up a little bit. We will play the Cleveland Guardians in the postseason in the next episode. And looking around here in the National League, you got Washington, Pittsburgh, San Diego, and the Mets to worry about as well if you could proceed to get that far. But one last playoff round. We've never won it as a top-seeded team, though. We've been to the World Series twice, 3 times as a wild card, but never once as a first round bye team. But it makes it a little bit easier, and we'll get to go with our number 1 starter against Barack Nobles. We'll see Lincoln Ford in Game 2. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm out.